What's up, guys? Mr. Boogie 94 with Zombie Bros Gaming coming at you guys with a Project Zomboid Let's Play. Today we're going to be doing a Let's Play solo survival series of Build 42, or the current state of Build 42. So, if you guys have played Zomboid and you haven't seen Build 42, this will be a learning experience for you and me, because I don't know all the changes that they've added, but I am very interested to check it out. So, we're gonna delete our old file, because that was for testing purposes. Had to get my audio and all that right. But anyways, we're gonna be doing a run on Apocalypse. And this is probably the single most important choice you're going to make in the starting of your run, and that is where you're going to spawn. So depending on where you spawn kind of changes how you're going to survive. So if you go to West Point, you're going to have a hard time. There is zombies everywhere in West Point. But if you go to somewhere like Rosewood, it's a little tamer. It's a little easier, and we don't know everything about the new current build, so we're just gonna check on Rosewood. So we're not gonna take a custom or a preset occupation. We're gonna make a custom occupation because we like a challenge. We're gonna go with Cat's Eyes. We're gonna go with Dexterous, Fast Reader, and Light Eater. We already have a preset character that we've made. This is our guy. And then we're just gonna hit play. These are the end times. There was no hope for survival. This is how you died. Are we ready? I think we're ready. Alright, first things first. When you start in, you're going to be greeted with the zombie survival guide, and you're going to spawn in a random house. This TV is way too loud, so we're going to turn that down, and we're going to go down to life and living. So, for the first few weeks of the apocalypse during the Nox event, there will still be television, and I would highly recommend that you watch it whenever you can. So it will cure your boredom, but it'll also teach you skills if you're watching the Life and Living channel. So, any skill that you have for crafting as far as carpentry, carving, cooking, electrical, there will be an associated episode that will teach you stuff about that. So, I would highly recommend you go and check out the television series. I like to leave it on a low volume so that as I'm still walking around, they will still hear me. And we've already got a zombie that's seen us from the window. We're gonna let him in. Hopefully he figures it out. Nope. Okay. Come on, don't bite me. Come on, man. And we're just gonna stomp him to death. Now, as you can see, while we're fighting the zombie, we're still getting cooking because we can still hear the television. Ooh. So, ooh. Digital watch. You're gonna want digital watches. Digital watches are your friend. They had a cleaver in them. We got 2 more coming in. So we're gonna need to push him to the ground and then cut him. Now, when you're fighting zombies, you want to be very careful because pretty much any scratch or bite can potentially end your run. So, if you are looting or something and a zombie happens to bite you, it's gonna be bad. And wow. So we just found a claw hammer, which is absolutely awesome. That's a tool that we can use to actually build. The snow shovel is still a tool, but it's not one that I'm particularly interested in at the moment. We've got another zombie coming in here. When you first start out, I would highly recommend you kill any of the zombies in the immediate vicinity of your house. And why is because, well, they will just continuously bring more zombies in. So this guy over here wants a piece of us. We're gonna let him get a piece. We're gotta be careful though, because if we get exhausted, we don't want to take on too many zombies if we're exhausted. So right now, we're gonna wait for him to get close, and then we're gonna push him, and then onto the pile he goes. All right, he doesn't have any good loot, but we attracted the other one. So combat makes quite a lot of noise. It can be heard within like a 2-tile radius. So you got to be very careful that you're fighting them in the same area, because if you stray too far and you start hitting them, it will be quite loud. You always want to check their inventory too, because just, you know, sometimes zombies can have some pretty good stuff on them. And we've got another zombie that heard our thing, but this zombie has a leather jacket on, and we want that. So we're going to switch to the hammer. We're going to let her come in here, and we're going to push her down. We're going to break his head. Okay, so give me... Oh, wow, the leather coat is ruined. She's got gloves, though, so we're going to take those. Gloves and clothing can give you bite and scratch defense, which is what you want, because if a zombie bites you or scratches you and you're wearing thick clothing, there's a chance that it could just rip your clothing and not actually scratch or bite you. You know, ending your run. So, right now, we're just gonna go inside, go downstairs, try to see what we have for loot in this house. Definitely, oh wow. What's going on here? There's, okay, there's a lot down, okay, a lot going on down here. Box of nails, ooh, that, we're gonna need that. So nails are how you reinforce buildings. So if you want to stand any kind of substantial time in the apocalypse, you're gonna need to set up a base, and you're gonna need somewhere that you can hide out safely from the hordes of the undead, because as you play, there will be random events that can either help or hurt you. So if a gunshot goes off in the distance, and it's off in the distance, it could lure zombies away, but in the same token, it can also bring them to you. So if you were, say, standing here and you hear a gunshot go off out this way, all the zombies from this way are going to head this way, and you're going to be right in the middle. So it's not going to be good. Not much going on down in here. We got a couple weapons. We got an empty can. Nothing that's significant. Not like a hammer. Now, we're going to go back to the cleaver. We're going to attach this to our belt, and we want it on the right. So this will give us a choice. So now we can hotkey it, and say we see a piece of clothing that we want to take off of a zombie, we can switch to the hammer. The reason you don't want to use a blade is because you'll damage the clothing. So if they're wearing a leather jacket and you start shanking them with a knife, you're going to get a very holy leather jacket off of them. And that's not good. So we're going to continue looting our house. See what else we can find in here. I would avoid running or jogging if at ever possible when you're not in immediate danger, because your character can become exhausted, and if you are exhausted and you do have zombies start chasing you, it's going to be pretty hard to get away. Adhesive tape. Used to repair certain weapons. Okay, we'll take that. Shirt. Gives us +5 scratch, so we're gonna wear that. Now, I wouldn't get too worried about looking cool in the apocalypse because you're gonna look pretty goofy when you have all your gear and stuff on, especially when you get further and you really start finding some stuff. So let's see what we got for food here. We got some graham crackers. Empty pot. So this, we're gonna take this. Grapefruit. Let's eat that because it's fresh and it'll go bad pretty quick. Okay, so that's our first house looted out. Not much for us to take, but we did get a hammer. And I'm not going to undervalue how epic that is. And a box of nails. So if we find a saw, we are pretty close to being able to start building a actual base. So we got a box of screws, knee pads. Wow. Okay, let's wear one on our left knee. Let's wear one on our right knee. And that'll just give us a little bit more protection for our legs. We don't want to change our shoes. About the only shoes worth taking, in my opinion, would be the military boots. If we can find some. Ooh, we got some meat in here. The power hasn't gone off yet, so this is safe to just stay in here. But we will have to keep a mental note that there is some meat in here that we can cook for when later when we're starving. I would avoid trying to carry too much in the start because oh, hold on. We've got we got zombies. I would avoid trying to carry too much in the start though, just because yeah, it does over encumber you. You don't want to be cucumbered. It will make you exhausted faster. But one thing I like to do is, before these zombies get here, is I like to place pots and pans outside on a picnic table so that when it rains, it'll actually catch rainwater. And that will prevent us from being dehydrated when the water eventually gets shut off. So we got a zombie right here. He's got a cowboy hat. If we wanted, we could take that. And now we're just gonna cut his head. Paring knife. Yeah. I hear zombies, and I'm hesitant to go check it out. Oh wow, we got two. So let's bring him back over here. Like I said, we want to avoid fighting too close to other zombies. Wow, we got lucky on that hit. One-shot him. Man got absolutely decimated. So, no loot on him. Oh, he was a cop. Wow. So, now that we got a holster, with build 42 for the test branch, you do technically spawn with a pistol. So, we now have a holster for our pistol, which means that we can hotkey the pistol to where we have just to hit the number key 4 and we can pull our pistol out. That'll be handy when we get into hairy situations. So let's actually do that. Attach, holster right. Now we've got a holster. So now when we hit 4, we just pull our pistol out. That's pretty nice. We don't want the pistol though. It's good for certain things, but for the most part, it does more harm than good. If you shoot a gun, you will bring every zombie for a very significant distance. So we got 3 now. So we're gonna come back here. Get back over the fence. We definitely don't want to fight 3 out in the open because it'll end bad. Oh, he knocked me over. Oh no, oh no. Wow. We're having a bad start here. There's a lot of zombies. Oh, she's got a backpack. We don't wanna cut her. Oh no, she scratched me. Okay. We're going to equip the backpack on our back. And then we are going to head inside and try to bandage this because we are scratched. This is actually very, very bad. So what I like to do when I need bandages is I usually check a bathroom. If you can't find sterile bandages, you can make them. It just has to be made, so we'll actually teach you how to do that right now. So I would avoid using dirty bandages, and why is because, well, you can give yourself an infection and it will very quickly end your run. So we're gonna rip this sheet. We got dead ones wanting to come inside, so we're gonna come out here. We are going to grab our pot because we need to boil water, and that's how we're gonna disinfect our bandage. Okay. So now we're going to come over to the sink, we're going to hit fill, and we're going to fill our empty pot. Then we're going to take our water and place the item on top of this stove, and we're going to turn it on. Now, after a few moments, this water will begin to boil, and then it will give us the option to disinfect our rag. Here, I don't actually know if this works right now, so we're gonna put the water in the pot, or in the oven. Now, as you see how it's getting red? This is your indicator that it is going to boil. Just gonna sit here and wait. I would avoid using the speed modifiers. This does speed up time for mundane activities and whatnot, but it also puts you at a very, very great risk Because if a zombie was to theoretically be in the house, it could come up and bite us very quickly. So we're going to disinfect our bandage now. Disinfect our rag. Let's disinfect one more because, well, it's just good to have sterile bandages. You don't want to use regular bandages, and why is because, well, if you get an infection and you can't cure it with just alcohol wipes, it's going to be very bad. So we're going to grab our water pot. We're going to fill it back up. And then we'll just place it right here on the table so that when the water gets shut off, we will have a whole pot of water here to tide us over. Alright, so now that we have a disinfected bandage or rag, we're going to use that rag to bandage our arm. So now we're nice and ready, all cleaned up. We also need to check our bag. We are carrying a book we don't need. The claw hammer, I'm going to keep it on the belt. The ammo, though, that can go in here. The nails can go in my backpack. The graham crackers can go in the backpack. I want to keep the badge just because, you know, something about it. I took out. I'm a cop killer. I killed a man of the law. I could just take on this man's identity. Like I'm Alfonso Gage now. All right. So let's go pick our hat up. And our glasses. Alright, let's put this on. And serious mode is engaged now. The visor is going backwards. Alright. So, now a good thing to do would be for us to possibly try to clear out a couple houses and get a good couple days worth of food. Now, the reason we want to do that is because, obvious reasons, once we start getting hungry, our survivor will suffer moodles, and these moodles will make it much harder to fight zombies and even kill zombies. So, depending on how your survivor's health is, you may or may not want to take on certain fights. Another officer. And maybe a medical professional worker? Okay, so let's look at what the officer had. She had a bulletproof vest. We are gonna wear that. We're gonna take the belt because it's leather. Ooh. Bellows. We need this. This is for making a forge. So, we are a little cucumbered right now, so we're gonna put this in our backpack. We're gonna put the belt in our backpack. Put the file in our backpack. Now that brings us down below 12, so now we're no longer cucumbered. Now, we need to figure out where we want to base up. So one thing I would recommend is not basing up where there is a lot of houses. We want to technically be out in the woods, in my opinion. And why is because the water and the power will get shut off anyways, and we could theoretically build our own home if we can make it to the woods. We are pretty deep. Maybe we should go back. I don't want to take this way. This is a main road. But we're off to a pretty good start. We did get it scratched, and if that does get infected, 3 days from now, we could potentially become a zombie, but I think we're okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our house that we spawned in, because we know it's safe there, for the most part. And we need some Wawa. We're starting to get thirsty. Let me hop over here. Come over here, close our door. Walk in here, maybe get us some water. Okay, so now that we're back to good on hydration, let's make sure we didn't forget anything. Ooh, totally forgot about this. So we're gonna actually fill this bucket with water. Now, we're gonna place this bucket right next to our little pot of water. And this is because, like I said, we want all of this water. So let's go back upstairs. And let's see if we can find ourselves some medical supplies. So, feeling a little uncomfortable. It's not bad. I mean, we could be comfortable, but it's not a significant moodle that's going to give us debuffs. So, we're going to walk over here, and we're going to actually wash ourselves. We're going to wash all of our clothing. And this time, we're going to hit the speed. Because we've already cleared off all of the zombies in the area, and we don't hear zombies. So, I think it's safe to wash our clothes. But so far, we're not off to a bad start. I mean, look at us. We got some knee pads. We've got a bulletproof vest. We've got gloves. We've got the lumberjack shirt. We are, we're doing pretty good. Like, got a weapon. Got a holster. This is all good. So, let's get out of here. Let's try to see about going and finding somewhere to stay. Now, we just got the moodle for hunger, so we're gonna go into our bag. And we're gonna eat our graham crackers. Now, we could head that way, this way, but I think it would be a better idea to actually head to this house next door. Because I don't hear any zombies, and any zombies that were here probably already came over next door when they heard us beating on all their friends. So, we're gonna give just a quick look around. We got a couple zombies over a tall fence over there, but we're good. We're okay. So let's try to find a way into this house. So if the back door and the windows don't work, it could be potentially a fully locked house. But we got lucky, so we're gonna turn the TV on. And then flip it to life and living. Alright. Now, we want to be careful when we open doors, because there is sometimes zombies just waiting in rooms to lunge at you, and I've literally had runs end like that. So you just want to be ready, you know, to deal with whatever comes through there. But so far, provided this scratch isn't going to turn us into a zombie, we're in a good place right now. So we got some mustard, got some strawberries. We're going to put those in the bag. We're going to check the rest of this. Ooh, pizza slice. We're going to eat that right now. Now, we got a buff called Full to Bursting. Couldn't manage another single solitary bite, and that is very good. Peanut butter. So I would highly recommend whenever you're looting to prioritize eating perishable food over non-perishable food, because depending on how long you make it, you may wish that you had some canned goods or something stocked up when you start getting further into the apocalypse, especially after the water and power shut down. So we're looking pretty clear in here, nothing in here. So we're just gonna keep sneaking around, trying to find our way through the apocalypse. So we got a bookcase here and a satchel. How much is this satchel? 12? Our bag is better. Ooh, antidepressants. These are good because with time, you will start to become depressed and you will need to find ways to entertain your survivor. So we're gonna come in here. Sweater, v-neck. Tweezers. These are actually good if we were to get glass in our hand, but we're probably not gonna sustain that injury because we know better. So here's the deal. If you ever break a window, don't just climb through the window. It will cut you, and it's a random chance of where it cuts you. So if you get cut in the throat and you get a laceration, you will literally bleed out in seconds. Like, I'm not gonna say I've died to that, but okay, I'll just admit it. I died to that one time when I was playing Zomboid. I came into a house, broke the window to get away from zombies, came through, and it cut my throat, and I literally died as I was trying to bandage myself. It's also dangerous because as your character... Alright, we're going to remove the bandage because it's dirty, and we're going to rebandage it with the sterilized rag that we have. So now it's not infected, but we do feel a little uncomfortable. And I don't believe we'll find any more sustainable loot in here. So we're gonna move. And we see that we've got 2 zombies right there in the front yard. So we're actually going to head back this way. Now, I'm not saying that you should be afraid of zombies, but I am saying that you should try to avoid taking fights when you're not ready to fight. So like right now, I could probably kill those zombies, but it's just not worth the risk of trying to take them out right now. So we're gonna head down, and we're gonna try to find our way into the woods. Someone hears us. I hear zombies. So we might have some bogeys incoming. Now, your survivor is spotted by zombies, and that is directly affected with your sneaking. So if you're sneaking and they see you, it's probably because you're not very hidden. And we've got another one. See what he has. Did he have pizza? Oh, that was cheetah print underwear. Okay. So we're going to find our way down here. There's also a van there. Now you do want to take mental notes of where certain things are, because you can come back and try to find the key to that. Also, when you kill zombies, check their pockets, because sometimes they could have a vehicle key already in their inventory and you just didn't know. just got a random wanderer in the woods. Now I stopped him just to save durability on my weapon. So the weapon will break. My legs, much less likely to break. Plus, I'm not sure how weapon sounds are determined if certain actions are louder than others, so we're just gonna stop him. And we've got quite a few zombies in here. So we're just gonna mosey around, keep heading down. We got a dead zombie there. We didn't kill him. That might be a survival story. I hear a lot of zombies. And I think he's seen us by the way he's moseying over here, like he's got something he wants to do over here. So I'm just gonna keep heading down, trying to avoid fights if I can. This house is for sale, so probably not much loot in there. Okay, we're gonna hop over the fence, and we take a look, and we're getting moodles for drowsy, thirsty, and a little uncomfortable. So what we're gonna do is we are going to find our way down through here and see about finding a house for some water. There is a house down here that I do like to base up in. With the Build 42 update, they did add basements, so it could potentially have a really nice basement. And so far, we see that there is three zombies. And we want to proceed with caution, because like I said, one scratch or one bite could end our run. And there's quite a few of them here, so we are going to take this one out. We've got 3 more incoming. Oh no, scratched. Gonna take that residence key. We are gonna bandage it with a dirty rag, even because we are bleeding. So this, if this ever hits, it was on our neck. Damn it. That was what I was talking about that could end a run very fast. So we are gonna try to clear this house out. And then once, oh no. Wow. This is not going good, guys. If I survive this, that'll be very impressive. Now notice that because I'm tired, it's taking significantly much more effort to kill these zombies. Oh my god. Oh my god. So, we're gonna get inside, if we can. Okay, so we're gonna bandage this. And then we are going to wash. No, we'll drink because we need water. We will wash. No. Let's remove the curtains. We need bandages. The first day in the apocalypse has not been kind to us. Okay, so now we're going to remove this bandage on our neck that's dirty, and we're going to bandage it with a rag that's not dirty. Okay, so now we're going to go into our bag. We're going to eat this peanut butter. Now we know there's more zombies, but we don't really have the energy to fight. So we are going to close the curtains, shut the door, and then try to get some sleep.